Okay, Nekomaru. Someone I don't really know too much about, I don't think. It's very promising that you actually want to spend some quality time with me. Well, now that that's decided, let's deepen our friendship. I spent time today talking to Nekomaru about various things. Vague. No training? No, like, I don't know, guy talk? Do guys do guy talk? Nekomaru, 19. Coconut. Oh, this hard-shelled fruit from a coconut tree. Not only is it edible, it can also be used for several purposes, such as crafting musical instruments. Oh, why would Nekomaru like that? This is... Why do you have this? No questions. My friend, you have my gratitude from the bottom of my heart. Hey, Nekomaru, I gotta be honest with you. I don't understand, but... No worries, everyone is like that at first. You don't have to be scared. I'm not going to hurt you. Come on, lay down over here. Oh, are you gonna give me it? Hold on, what are you talking about? I'm talking about it, obviously. You do want me to do it to you, right? No, yes. I just wanted to ask what you do as a team manager. Oh, that's what it was. You should have said so earlier. You didn't let me. Let's see. Basically, it's my job to take care of athletes so they can give it their all. The technique varies for each sport, but every top athlete needs 3 essential things. Physical fitness, visual acuity, and willpower. Visual acuity? What the hell does that mean? If an athlete wishes to strengthen these 3 essentials, then it's my job to prepare a solid and effective training regimen for them. A lot of the science behind training is based off principles of sports medicine. It's a real challenge to bring out the maximum potential of each individual athlete. What? You look surprised. No, it's nothing. He gave such a serious answer, I don't really know what to say. Oh, what can we say? He takes his job seriously. He really seems like, I don't know, he seems like he would be kind of scary, but at the same time, probably a pretty, like Mahiru, right? Someone who can really take care of you, but unlike Mahiru, on the athlete side of things. However, what I told you just now is simply what every manager does. My special weapon is these fingers. What's up with your fingers? With the tips of these fingers, I can instantly relax tense muscles and promote maximum blood circulation. I can push out intravenous toxins like a waterfall and restore fatigue in an instant. Restore fatigue? As long as they're in my hands, each of my athletes can continue with their training and competitions. That's right, even until they die. This is it! Truly, this original massage technique is my ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon? So he was referring to it as it in order to censor it? But isn't it dangerous to keep training when your body is exhausted? Since you're not standing on the battlefield, it's understandable that you would think like that. For some people, forfeiting in the middle of a match is a greater loss than death. During my training, I even met a clan of warrior women in the mountains who had such feudal tendencies. How nostalgic. Like you said, it may be a world that I don't really understand. But at least now, I understand how important you are to your athletes. Hey, Hajime. You know just what to say to put me in a good mood. How about I give you a super version of it right now? No thanks. Why not? Afterward, even though he kept getting a little too close to my personal space, I spent time with Nekomaru for a little bit. He's a nice guy. Parted ways with Nekomaru and left the area. 22, 23, 24. Fresh bindings. Strips of cotton cloth. They were once commonly used for underwear and bandages. They say when you wrap it around yourself, both body and soul become taut. Oh. I have rightfully received your male spirit. Male spirit? If you want, I'll accept you as well. Come on, bring it on! He looks like he's deep in thought. I hope he's not thinking about anything dangerous. I've decided. It might be easier to talk to you about it since you aren't an athlete. It may run a little long, but can you listen to my story? Yeah, I don't mind. I see. Do you remember what you asked me before about why I'm a team manager? At the time, I didn't know how passionate you were about it. A long time ago, I asked myself that same question. Huh? To be honest, I was born with a heart defect. Oh, wow! The doctor told me that I would only live to be 20 at most. Because of that, I never got to play sports when I was growing up. I didn't even participate in PE either. Oh, okay, that's why he's a team manager. Next best thing, right? If you can't compete yourself, get someone close to you to compete. But, how did you get so buff then? I didn't know you went through something like that. I can't imagine that happening to you now. I was teased a lot when I was young too. Wow! My childhood consisted of being unable to make friends and frequent trips to the hospital. However, on one particular day, I was put in the same room as this boy by coincidence, and it completely changed my life. Like me, that boy had a similar illness. He made frequent trips to the hospital too. But there was one key difference between that boy and me. Is he buff? Oh. Someone always came to visit him. He would always have fun conversations and sometimes very serious ones. From what I could overhear, the boy was a team manager for a baseball team. His athletes were visiting him. Then what you said to that boy was... I asked him why he would do something like that. At the time, I didn't understand it at all. I mean, he couldn't even play baseball with them. But then, he said this to me. Even though I can't play baseball with them, I can still share their victory and defeat with them. That's what it means to be a team manager. You have a duty to support your team, especially if you can't be on the field with them. But, in the end, he died in the hospital without ever seeing his team win. Perhaps he worked himself too hard, gathering stats for the sake of that important game. Or maybe he already knew he didn't have much time to begin with. I honestly don't know. So, I decided to take all the stats he risked his life gathering for the sake of his team. My very first job as a team manager was leading that boy's team to victory. After that, I threw myself into various sports. Before I even realized it, my body had become incredibly tough. To the point where it's too tough. You can never be too tough. But even so, I'm proud of being a team manager. So that's why. But why did you decide to tell me that? I don't know. I don't really understand it myself, but maybe I just wanted to tell someone. The same way that boy taught me. As long as you have friends who have your back, you'll be able to clear a path to the future without giving up. And so I spent time today talking to Nekomaru about various things. Oh, that was nice. We learned a little bit more, but I can assume that he doesn't have that heart defect anymore, right? Because right now he's really buff and he can fight with a katana and everything. He gave me a lot of valuable advice from his manager's perspective, and it reminded me of just how great he is. Yeah, when Nekomaru's not busy making poop jokes, he's pretty great. Parted ways with Nekomaru and returned alone. 89! What is 89? Sand God Storm Horn. A broken horn from some unknown creature. Sounds catchy. Those who possess this horn will be able to read the wind. Ooh. Okay. You're welcome. Hey Nekomaru, aren't you scared? You seem very calm, even in this situation. It's like you have this unwavering presence of mind. Well, it's my duty to support my athletes after all. There's no way a manager should be more concerned than his athletes. I see, you're amazing. But you don't have any athletes here. I'm no good at all. It's like I'm thinking about way too many things. And the more I think about it, I still don't know what to do. You should play some rugby, as per Nekomaru says. Alright, I've decided. Huh? Decided what? From this point on, I will be the official manager for all of you. If we win this match by working together to leave this island, then I'll give it my all to support each and every one of you. Nekomaru. Alright, now that it's decided, let's begin the special training. No matter what, basic physical fitness always comes first. In any situation, you'll need muscles to survive. As long as you're armored with muscles, you won't die so easily. Armored with muscles? Is that something you can get in a single day? But I guess it's better to stay active than standing around worrying all day. Got it. If that's what you intend to do, then I'll prepare myself for the worst. So, what should I start with first? Like 1,000? Oh my god. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought he was gonna say like 1,000 push-ups or something. Let's see, based on your current fitness level. Run 10 laps around the first island. 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups. Well, I think I can manage to do that. And after you've done that 50 times, do 3 sets of 12-mile long distance running. Swimming. That's clearly impossible. It's my job to make the impossible possible. Don't worry, even if you get worn out, I'll do it to you anytime. In fact, let's do that first to fire things up. Come on, get naked and lay down right here. Hold on, why do I have to get naked? Don't worry about it. I just feel like it, that's all. You just feel like making me get naked? Jeez, all this talking. You're too noisy. Just shut up and listen to your manager. Hey, wait, whoa! Oh my goodness. Before I could say anything, Nekomaru's massage had started. Ooh la la. This is... I kinda understand how this might be addicting. Haha! How is it? Feels good, right? It's amazing. My body feels extremely light. Right? Thanks to this, you now have a body that can't live without me. I don't really want to admit that. But it doesn't matter anymore. For some reason, I really feel like working out. Then, let's start the training. Okay, I'm counting on you, Nekomaru. Okay! I endured an impossible amount of training while Nekomaru offered me advice. The more I worked out, the more I noticed that something sleeping inside me was being awakened. Hajime the rugby star. And with that came an optimistic feeling. It's probably because of the strong bond Nekomaru and I formed with each other. Yeah, and exercise. Exercise is good at keeping people optimistic, right? We will definite escape from here. All of us. Cool. Another person with no baggage, that's always welcome. Caught in a rad bromance. Cool. After I finished training, I left the area. Alright, Gundham, what you got for me? Now then, it's time for me to make my next move. Even I can be bored to death. So, are you going to entertain me, fiend? Sure. I spent time with Gundham today, quizzing each other about animals. That's nice. Gundham is such a... He seems so weird and awkward on the outside, but he's a really nice guy. 18. Oh, I can't tell the numbers. There we go. Sunflower seeds. Ah, of course, for his hamsters. The seeds of that particular flower that loves facing the sun. That's such a roundabout way to say it. They have a flavor somewhat similar to peanuts. The flower itself represents the sun's watchful eyes. Hajime, you fiend. You're rather nice. As long as this treasure is within my grasp, I will never forget this day. Hold it. If you cherish your life, it's better if you don't come any closer. My magical beasts have a thirst to kill. You mean your hamsters? I thought they were docile animals. Just as I thought, you know nothing. You will know true terror if you look down on them, just because they fit in your palm. They are cruel devil beasts that will devour their parents, their siblings, and even their own children. Yeah, I know about that. Hamsters eat their friends and families. It's weird. Their territoriality is frightening. They'll never stop attacking until their opponent is dead. Today's fight started when Sandy got greedy and encroached upon Junpei's territory. Junpei was knocked aside and his foot stepped into Megazi's territory. Then Megazi got angry and unleashed his anger onto Champy. I was able to quell their rage by sacrificing my left hand, but it may not be that easy next time. Oh, is that why you have a bandage? Huh. I see, that's troubling. Could that be the reason Gundam's hand is always wrapped in that bandage? By the way, do you know which species of my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction has the largest body? You mean which species of hamsters? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go for the most exotic sounding one. She's crying. Flow my tears. Just because they're adorable doesn't mean you can let them get fat. Think of the strain upon their hearts. I see. You're totally right. Wait, now's not the time to be impressed. The other one. Watch it be the most normal one. It is! Goddamn! They boast such a small and speedy size that you will lose sight of them if you're not used to it. So it is a golden one. Okay. Golden hamsters are the biggest species, right? Yes, those fearsome demon beasts boast the largest size among all hamster species. However, they are also the most docile and are known for being the smartest too. Wait, all 4 of your hamsters are the same species? Other tribes feel no fear. Thus, they give it their all when biting and ripping what stands before them. But only Goldens know fear. Thus, they usually do not bare their teeth once they recognize you. You're saying they understand what happens when they bite people? That's why you must pay attention to their stress levels when you're breeding them. I certainly didn't know that. However, that isn't the only feature of Goldens. They have many other unlimited possibilities. Their fur color, quality, and patterns. You could even say they have unlimited combinations. After much research, the fruits of my labor was about to be born. A fearsome demon beast with sparkling silver fur, a hybrid creature with dominant spots and bands. But now all I can do is pray for the safety of the mother and child I've left behind. I don't really understand what he's saying, but he seems to be worried about the hamsters he left behind. You were probably taking care of other animals, right? Are those demon beasts okay too? There are no problems in that regard. I have pupils all around the world. I have already given them orders to continue my research into the synthesis of demon beasts. They know how to avoid any lethal genetics. They will carry out my will and conduct no atrocious experiments. I don't know, man. After you became an ultimate despair, wonder what happened to your pupils. Beyond that, I've already made arrangements to leave my demon beasts to those I trust. He's crazy prepared. Listening to Gundam makes me rethink how much of a responsibility it is to raise pets. You will never experience such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But if you ever do breed them, make sure you provide plenty of exercise, high-quality food, and a place to sleep. Such luxuries mean everything to creatures who only live 195 days, 1,095 days after they're born. Remember well. After saying that, Gundam walked away. Okay, so that's like around 3 years? Hamsters only live for 3 years? I feel like I got a glimpse of the deep affection Gundam feels towards all animals, not just hamsters. Yeah, I wish he would talk about some other animals too. He's a nice guy. After seeing Gundham wallowing in sadness, I left the area. 56. 56 is small degenerative reactor, wow. A powerful organization used nuclear fusion to repeatedly degenerate gravity and create miniature black holes for the purpose of researching alternative sources of energy. Sure. Surely I never expected a mere human such as you to possess such a legendary treasure. Regardless, you will not be able to control it. It was wise of you to hand it over to me. I will gladly use it. Don't get any closer. I already know what you're thinking. What do you know that even I don't know? Now then, summon your familiar. No, I don't have anything like that. You've come challenging me many times. I thought you finally obtained at least one familiar. Just as I thought. You are just a mere human, and a strange one at that. Despite what he's saying, Gundham doesn't seem to be all that annoyed. Is he opening up to me a little? However, you probably don't understand how pointless this place is for a demon beast tamer. Remember, Gundam's a really lonely guy. He's probably just pretty happy that someone's even talking to him. Now that you mention it, even though this is a tropical island, I don't really see any wild animals. If this place was really a normal tropical island, I wouldn't have time to talk to you so freely. Many beasts inhabit the thick forests. There may even be rare species that only exist in this land. Just thinking about it makes me tingle. Wow, he's smiling right now. Huh, I seem to recall seeing a cow at the ranch. I'm not interested in some domesticated animal. I had a feeling you'd say that. After all, I cannot look at it without feeling pity. Huh? That's a bit unexpected. Such creatures are born to be eaten by humans. Even if I had the all-seeing eye, I couldn't change that fate. Thus, I try not to involve myself with livestock. It would bring a calamity onto my mind after all. Oh, are you vegetarian? Gundham understands the feelings of animals, so this must be a complicated subject for him. I appear to be getting oddly sentimental since I haven't encountered any new demon beasts. I've tamed various creatures such as the Cerberus, the Phoenix, and even the Midgard serpent. He probably means dogs, birds, and lizards. When you say tamed, what exactly does that entail? I guess it's fun to tell a mere human. I don't believe you'll get in my way. Basically, you must say, good girl, good girl. Huh? You must repeatedly speak to them and make sure they understand that there is no ill will on our end. In order to do that, you need to appear innocent. Ah, okay, so taming equals getting their trust. Of course, there are some who like to be touched and some that don't. It's better if you keep these basics down. Afterward, as long as you spend a long time together, you'll eventually start to hear your partner's words. I'm pretty sure that only happens to ultimate breeders. But Gundham seems different from usual when he talks about animals. Somehow, his face seems gentler. He must really love animals. It might be a face that he's shown Sonia multiple times. Now then, I wonder if there are any demon beasts, evil demon beasts, that will rile up on me on this island somewhere. Monokuma and Monomi are sorta shaped like animals. They are no good. Anything that can talk will eventually betray you. And most importantly, they aren't cute. I agree. But I don't plan to betray you at all. Such exaggerations coming from a mere human like you. However, that's a nice line. Gundham left the area with a different smile on his face than usual. I hope we'll be able to understand each other, even if just a little bit at a time. After seeing Gundham walk away, I left the area again. Angel's fruit. Despite its toxic appearance, this fruit bears a sweetness that will take you to heaven. However, They say that those who eat this fruit will be possessed by evil and fall to the dark side. Well, Gundam will be okay with it. Hajime, you fiend. You're rather nice, yes I am. Hold it. If you come any closer. I know. I won't get close to you. It appears that you've finally noticed. The blood that flows within me bears a fearsome curse. Of course it does. Ever since I was young, this body of mine was exposed to so many poisons that it became poisonous itself. If a mere human like you ever touched me, you will immediately decompose and wither away. Thus, I've been trying to make sure you don't get too close to me. Does that mean you've been thinking of me? Don't get ahead of yourself. Even if you're just a foolish human, I'm not so cruel as to yearn for a meaningless death. Can I assume that he's blushing? But he says his blood is poison. What would be the advantage of that? It's not an issue of gains and losses. I became like this because I had to. I had to be like this, even if I don't want to be. I've been putting poison in my body ever since I was young. Sounds somewhat plausible. Could it be... Your mom is an awful cook. I'm glad to see that Hajime is starting to be able to decipher what Gundam is saying. Crap. I was only joking, but it sounds like that's exactly what it was. You wouldn't understand how much pain I had to endure. Plus, that woman would cry if I didn't finish my plate. What choice did I have but suffer in silence? Don't you feel better now that you've talked about it? I mean, you're actually a really kind guy. Anyway, now that you understand, you shouldn't come any closer to me. Know that if you ever touch me, it would mean death for you. But that's really lonesome. Hey, Gundam, can I ask you something? If you have the fortitude to ask me that. I didn't even say anything yet. When you were in grade school, did you ever hold hands with any of the other kids? It's obvious now, but at the time, I was faking my condition. By moving next to the teacher who served me, I was able to avoid questions and survive without any problems. Did you ever have to do a folk dance? You don't understand! That is a ceremony for summoning evil deities. Fortunately, the school nurse was in the same tribe as me, so I was able to leave without getting involved. I see. It might have been bad of me to point out something so unnecessary. I don't know what to say to him anymore. So then, what kind of people are okay to get close to you? People like Sonia? Anyone whose power matches my own, or... No, there's no way such a being exists. You should just forget about that. For your sake. With those words, Gundam walked away. He seemed very lonely. What was he gonna say? If he just told me, maybe I could have done something about it. And if I had, maybe he wouldn't have shouted nonsense at me. Oh well, that's, it's hard for him to open up. Little by little, bit by bit. Of course, the earring of crushed evil made for Gundam pretty much. Created by the legendary home tutor, crafted from silver and gold into the shape of a wing. The gold is said to increase luck, while the silver is said to accumulate luck. He doesn't seem like his usual self. Why do you keep following me? In truth, there's no way I'd ever associate with someone like you. But still, why do you continue to hound me? Does this mean my absolute mental defenses are wearing off? I don't know what you think this is, but we're friends who are working together to escape... Ah! What the? He seized up all of a sudden. Settle down, my wicked arm! Are you a Kotodama user? You wish to manipulate me with false words and cheap tricks, don't you? I'm not trying to manipulate you at all. In fact, you're the one who said I was just a mere human with no special abilities whatsoever. You wouldn't understand. I'm in isolation for a reason. There will never be a day when you understand why I became who I am. I'm the offspring of an angel and a devil, a cursed being, shunned and rejected by everything in this world. So you were bullied? Once I lose the only thing I love, I'm destined to spend my last days being devoured alive by demon beasts. Truly, I am mankind's natural foe, evil incarnate, a walking cataclysm, a shapeless insanity, Gundham Tanaka! He sounds like his normal self, but there's something definitely different about him. There might be a kernel of truth hidden in the words he just spoke. It's true, I don't know anything about what drove you to this point. But I definitely believe that you're my friend. If I didn't think that, I wouldn't be able to go on. That's it, that's the only reason. As long as you're my friend, I have no desire to take anything away from you and try to force you to change. It seems that I completely misread you. I never expected a human like you to contain a singularity. Have I been promoted from a mere human? You asked me the other day what sort of existence would be capable of touching me. The answer to that is the singularity. A being who can make the impossible possible by overcoming various limitations. Huh? Am I really that amazing? Don't get ahead of yourself. A simple creature like you does not have that much power. However, I can lend you my powers as long as you yearn for them. Then I'll leave this to you. For you to say that so easily. Well, who cares? Lend me your hand. I stuck on my hand like he told me to, and after some hesitation, Gundham slowly gripped my hand. His hand felt like a normal person's hand, and I definitely didn't wither away and die. Wow, that's kinda romantic. I really want to say that to him too, but he'll definitely yell at me if I do. Instead, I gripped Gundam's hand so tightly that it started hurting. It somehow became a battle of endurance, but I felt a strong bond between Gundam and me. Which reminds me, it's been a long time since I felt so happy being acknowledged by someone. I'm sure Gundam feels the same way, because he's usually pretty lonely, right? Overlord's vassal. Of course. The servant of hell. Infinity, unlimited flame. Good lord. Whoa! What the hell? Are those transparent? We'll find out at the end. Gundam spent all day teaching me to use that ability. By the time I returned to my room, I was exhausted.